So the LA Dodgers are making franchise history, and honestly, I'm not going to be the one to say if they are actually ruining baseball or not, but there are people that think things are headed that way, because they literally just don't lose, and the scary thing is that they are still not even close to being healthy. Yesterday they were losing 5-0 against the Braves, and they came back and won 6-5 with a walk-off bomb in the 9th from Shohei Ohtani. It's just insane what we are witnessing, and I want to talk all about it. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so starting off with a recap of the final game of the sweep. Like I said, it was the Atlanta Braves that got off to the hot start. Marcell Ozuna walked, and so did Matt Olson, and then Bryan De La Cruz reached on Max Muncy's throwing error, and Ozuna scored, and then Nick Allen doubled to deep left center to give the Braves a 2-0 lead. In the bottom of the first, the Dodgers went down in order. Ohtani grounded out, Betts also grounded out as well, and then Teoscar Hernandez struck out swinging. In the top of the second, Ozzie Albies doubled to deep center to score Stuart Fairchild, and then Matt Olson doubled to left to score both Albies and Eli White, and all of a sudden, the Braves were on top 5-0, and it looked like they were finally gonna see one go through the hoop, and they might win a game. But if there was one thing we all should know about the Dodgers right now, it's that early deficits do not put them out of games with all the firepower that they have. In the bottom of the second, the Dodgers got a run back, Michael Conforto walked, and then Tommy Edman hit a 437-foot home run to get the Dodgers within 3, and Blake Snell locked in and began to find a groove. He shut out the Braves for 3 innings in a row, giving himself some momentum that hopefully he can take into his next start. And then moving to the bottom of the fourth, for the Dodgers offensively, Michael Conforto hit a 440-foot home run to get the Dodgers to within 2. The bottom of the fifth showed some promise. De Los Santos relieved Bryce Elder, and the Dodgers got to work. Andy Pages was hit by a pitch to start out the inning with a runner on base, and then Shohei Ohtani singled, but then unfortunately, Mookie Betts lined out into a double play, and then Teoscar Hernandez struck out, and that was that. And that was a huge moment in the game. If you know how baseball works, that definitely shifted the momentum back in the Braves' favor, and after that, most teams would have lost this game, but not the 2025 Dodgers. Ben Kasparius, Kirby Yates, and Jack Dreher were lights out in relief, and in the bottom of the 8th, Will Smith walked and then Max Muncy doubled to deep right center, coming through in the clutch to score both Michael Conforto and Smith, and all of a sudden, we had ourselves a tie ball game with things knotted up at 5, and the bottom of the 9th inning did not last long when Shohei Ohtani blasted a 423-foot walk-off home run, and that was that. Just another great memorable moment to add to the collection that Shohei is already building up at such a young age, and I have to admit, I cringe when he continues to do this stuff, because I'm not sure if you watched my Dodgers video before the season that I made, but I mentioned that I got Shohei Ohtani's autograph when I was 12 at spring training, his rookie year, sweet spot and everything, but I did not really know who he was at the time. When I got it, some dude next to me was like, put that thing away and don't let anyone see that you have it, and I didn't know why he said that, didn't know what he meant, and when I got home, being a broke 12-year-old, I sold it on eBay so I could buy Madden and 2K for the upcoming year, and boy oh boy was that a big mistake. Honestly, the mistake of my lifetime. I'm just kidding. But do me a favor and put RIP in the chat for that one. Tragic story. In terms of the stats from that game, Shohei Ohtani was 3 for 5 with an RBI from that home run. Mookie Betts and Teoscar Hernandez actually were 0 for 8 combined, but that's okay because like I said, the Dodgers have so much talent and the other guys had their back. Michael Conforto was 2 for 3 with 3 runs. Will Smith was 1 for 3. Tommy Edman was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Max Muncy was 1 for 4, but he had a big clutch hit with 2 RBIs. And that was really all. Blake Snell pitched 4 innings, and although he didn't have the best appearance, he walked 4 guys. He actually didn't give up a single earned run, and then the bullpen didn't give up any runs either. But anyways, now moving on, let's talk about the middle game of the series. This one was not as exciting of a game. Well, if you like good pitching, it was, but nonetheless, the Dodgers got another W to add to the win column. The action did not start until the top of the second when Bryan De La Cruz hit into a fielder's choice to score Marcell Ozuna, and the Braves took a 1-0 lead and scored their only run of the game. Dustin May was so good in this one. He pitched 5 innings and gave up only 1 hit and 1 run while striking out 6, all in only 81 pitches. And in the bottom of the 6th, you guessed it, Shohei Ohtani started off the inning with a single, and then Mookie Betts homered to put the Dodgers up by 2 runs. But they weren't done there, because to follow that up, Tommy Edman singled to center and Will Smith singled to bring him around, and now the score was 3-1. And that was your final score. It's crazy to me that the Braves are 0-7, and I know it's a long season, but still, 0-7 is going to be tough to come back from, because they're going to have to go 20-13 over their next 33 just to get back to 500. And 500 40 games in is not where you want to be if you view yourselves as a World Series contender. In terms of the Dodgers, they are in the complete opposite boat. They are 8-0, and honestly, the regular season is just about having fun and figuring out the best lineups and stuff for them. Really, Dave Roberts can toy with things and everyone can have an opportunity. It is crazy how stacked the roster is. And I know I was not going to say anything about it, but now I feel like I have to. It might be borderline bad for baseball how good they are. But hey, that is not the Dodgers' problem to deal with. They just want to win. That is a problem that Rob Manfred has to deal with, because every owner has the same opportunity to spend money on players. Even though I know with revenue and being a big and small market, it's not completely the same playing field for everyone. Anyways, here's what Dave Roberts had to say following the completion of the sweep against the Braves.
Well, he decided to change bats. It wasn't the torpedo bat, so it is the Indian. Yeah, I mean, just the way the game started for him on the defensive side, and then his first 3 at-bats, and it continued to fight and not quit. Was huge, and this game kind of keeps presenting opportunities, and you got to be ready for them. And tonight he was, and he came with a huge hit against a very good pitcher.
So Roberts had some fun kind of joking about the torpedo bat, but he was talking about Max Muncy's big hit, and honestly, if Muncy can get hot and can find a groove at the plate, then that is just going to make this offense even more unstoppable. I know he's not going to hit for a high average, but any power he provides is just an added bonus, and he's going to be the one that drives pitchers nuts. Because it's one thing if you get beat by Betts, Ohtani, or Freeman, but if you get through them and Muncy beats you, that's when you want to chuck a baseball over the center field wall like Trevor Bauer. Anyways, here's what else Roberts had to say.
I mean, it's I think if you look at our club, we haven't, like I've said, we haven't really played great baseball, and tonight obviously was the worst night. Worst game we've played, but the pen has been fantastic, and you get 2 young rookie pitchers coming up against a good ball club, not playing great, but to chew up 2 innings apiece, shorten the game, give us a chance was huge, and being down 5-0 early and to kind of deploy the bullpen, coming up on an off day, resting some guys that needed it. So it allowed us to still manage the workload for these guys, but I can't say enough about Dreyer and Ben as well. And also, Kirby hadn't pitched in 3 days, 4 days maybe, and to pitch a clean 7th was huge to give us a chance and to keep him relevant and fresh. And so it was just collectively, and Shohei being Shohei at the end, and what better way to finish the game on his bobblehead night with walk-off homer.
That's really all I got for this video. Definitely has been a really good start to the season for the Dodgers, to say the least, and they have some big games and some more big tests coming up. They play 3 in Philly, then they play at Washington, then they play the Cubs again. Obviously, they've already proved that they can beat them in Japan. Then they play Colorado and Texas, and then it's back to Chicago. But yeah, man, when I'm just looking at that schedule, obviously it's baseball, so I know they're going to lose a game at some point, but over the next 20 or so games, they really could go 18-2 or something like that. Their record is about to be ridiculous. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point in the video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and also please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And until next time, I will see you all later.